Namaste and good morning. Today's ABC will be 30 minutes long, and we will start with the consecration, and then we'll do a slow, leisurely, relaxed warm up to standing, and then we're going to do my favorite practice, sun salutations, until the end of the 30 minutes. So as always, the whole practice is all about cultivating more awareness, more sensitivity, so we can flow through our day really totally in tune with everything that's going on in us and around us. Okay, so let's start with the consecration. As usual, let's come to a comfortable seated position, wherever that is for you. Bringing the spine to vertical, shoulders relaxing down away from the ears, head centered and steady. So as you bring your awareness to your breathing, focus your attention at the level of the heart center. Attuning to the energy of your heart space. A space of appreciation, of gratitude, inner peace, understanding. And as you center yourself there, being always aware of your breathing, also become aware of your pelvic floor area and your sit bones grounding into the earth. Maybe shift your weight slightly forward and backwards here until you find that midway point and you're completely aligning yourself with gravity. Feel yourself rooting down into the earth energy. Feeling that support, the nourishment that we receive from Mother Earth. And then allow your attention to shift all the way up to the crown of your head. The top of the head, become open and receptive at this level. Receiving divine flow, universal flow, guidance and support from all that is higher. And still with your attention on your breath, centered in your heart. Let's use these moments to offer the fruits of this practice and the day ahead to something higher. And at the same time, very humbly we ask for support and guidance so that we may better integrate the teachings of yoga into our practice and into our life. And as you come to the end of the consecration, maybe be aware of a response that you're receiving. An inflow of energy coming down through the crown of the head, like a waterfall of light entering into your body. Feeling yourself totally supported and plugged into the universe. And that would do. And slowly opening your eyes. Okay, so let's begin with Ujjayi. So we're closing our mouth, breathing in and out through our nose. And let's just breathe deeply for a few breaths using Ujjayi. So you should hear the sound of your breath whirling through the throat as you bring your inhalation into the body, push it out the body. So really long, deep, full breathing. Inhaling. Exhaling. Oh my God, I just love to breathe in the morning, very slowly, very conscious breathing. Long, deep with Ujjayi. Feel the power of Ujjayi as you are inhaling with this sound, this mantra, guiding you more into a meditative state. Inhaling, exhaling, long and deep. No stress or strain. Keep the face relaxed. The body centered and steady. Just breathing long and deep. Great. Then keep breathing with Ujjayi, but no more pushing and pulling on the breath. Take the arms out to the side. And now you'll notice that as we start to move, every time we're expanding in our body, this is pulling air into our body. And every time we're more doing a closing, contracting movement, it's going to be pushing air out of our body. So our body movement is going to determine how slow and smooth our breath is. So keep your movements slow and smooth and relaxed. The breath will be the same. Okay, so the fingertips are on the floor, and on the next inhalation with Ujjayi, take your arms up, bring the palms together above the head, and you're in a two-way stretch here, stretching up into the fingertips, down into the sit bones, and as you exhale, slowly float the arms down to the ground, fingertips to touch the floor. Inhaling, reaching up, bring the palms together above the head, stretching up. And as you exhale, slowly, gently, just find your own rhythm, moving from point A to point B, and then from point B to point A. Inhaling, reaching, stretching, and always stretching from the shoulders into the fingertips. And keep the fingertips spreading outwards, so the fingers are spreading and the hands are active. Now next time you bring your hands down to the floor, keep your left hand on the floor, and as you inhale, reach your right hand up into the air, and then as you exhale, bend both elbows, so your right arm is going to pull you over to the left side, and you're going to feel this beautiful stretch through the right side of the body. And your breath is just flowing freely here. Notice how your breath is moving into the right side of the body. And then as you inhale, switch into the other side. Left arm comes up, right arm comes down. Exhale, bending both elbows. Coming into the side stretch over to the right. Left side of the body is opening up, and you can feel how the breath is massaging into left side of the body. And with Ujjayi coming up, inhaling. And as you exhale, let's do a twist over to the left side, right hand down to the left knee. Inhale, long through the spine. Exhale, twisting. And again, inhale, find length. Crown of the head reaches up. Exhale, twist a little bit more. If you bend the elbows, it's going to take you deeper into the twist. Use the inhalation to come back up to center, palms above the head, and as you exhale, switching to the other side. Inhale, long through the spine. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull yourself around into the twist. Inhale, long through the spine. Exhale, twist a little bit more. And then on your next inhalation, coming all the way up. Great. Then as you exhale, keeping the palms together, draw your hands down the midline of the body all the way to the floor, and see if you can move gracefully onto all fours. Place your hands shoulder width apart, the knees are hip width apart. Make sure the knees are below the hips and the toes are pointing behind you, tops of the feet on the floor. We're going to cat-cow, so as you inhale, lengthen through the front body, lift the sit bones, lift the chin. And as you exhale, round into the spine, press the hands into the floor, press the tops of the feet into the floor, rounding through the spine. Every inhalation, long through the front body. Lift the sit bones, lift the chin. And as you exhale, bring the pubic bone towards the navel, the chin towards the chest. The middle of the back reaches towards the sky. One more time, synchronize the body with the breath. Relax your face. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then inhaling, coming to a neutral position. So we're going to take our right leg out to the right side. Place the right foot flat on the floor and then come up, bring your hands onto the hips. Make sure your left hip is still directly above the knee. And then as you inhale, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, release your right hand down to the leg. Inhale, lengthen through the left arm. And as you exhale, slide your right hand down the leg, coming into a side bend. And again, feeling a beautiful stretch through the left side of the body. And then as you inhale, come all the way up, palms together above the head. Exhale, draw the hands down, midline of the body, all the way to the floor as you switch to the other side. So on the inhalation, you're coming up with both arms. And as you exhale, left hand down to the leg. Inhale, stretch up through the right arm. And as you exhale, slide left hand down towards the foot. Oh yeah, both arms are active and lengthening. Keep your left leg strong, the thigh muscle engaged, the foot is flat on the floor. Good. As you inhale, both hands above the head, palms together, and as you exhale, slowly, mindfully, drawing your hands down until your hands are on the floor. Knees are hip width apart, feet are hip width apart. Tuck the toes under. We're going into the first downward facing dog. We're going to keep our knees bent. So as you exhale, press into the hands, shift the hips up and back, and bring your chest towards the thighs. Keep the knees bent, lift the sit bones up higher, and you're going to get a beautiful release in the lower back as you keep lifting the sit bones up. And then let's walk the dog here. One heel and then the other, going down to the floor. And make sure your hips are shifting from side to side as you do this. So you're really massaging into the spine. Always aware of what's happening in the spine. And see if you can make movements that are going to enable the spine to be more free. Releasing any tension from the spine as you move through your practice. Coming back into stillness, the knees are still slightly bent, and then walking the feet towards the top of the mat. Feet are hip width apart. You're going to hang like a rag doll and shift your weight forward and backwards until you find that middle point and you are completely aligned with gravity. Engage the thigh muscles. So the lower half of the body is actively engaging here. The upper half of the body completely surrendering. Just releasing down. The face is completely relaxed. The head is heavy. Shoulders are gently lifting away from the ears so the neck is free. And it's really a beautiful thing to focus in on the face muscles here. I love the sensation when you completely relax the face and the flesh is simply falling off the bones. It's heavy, relaxed. Good. Now keeping a nice tight grip on the arms, the opposite elbows, you're going to start to roll up through the spine. So the legs are active, thigh muscles engaged, and as you inhale, start to roll up through the spine. And as you exhale, pause the movement. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Again, find your own rhythm. Every exhalation, pause the movement. And then maybe it's 3 or 4 breaths. You're going to get back up to standing. And your elbows are above the shoulders. Holding here for 1 breath. And then on an inhalation, see if you can lift the heels away from the floor. Woo. And stretch up through the arms. Find your point of balance. This is a full body stretch. Thigh muscles are active. Ooh, I got a little cramp in my calf then. Really stretching, holding here, shoulders away from the ears. As you reach the fingertips up, see if you can lift the heels a little bit higher. And then on the next exhalation, release, coming into Tadasana. Great. So the first Surya Namaskara is going to be a modified version. So we're going to bend the knees and modify the chaturanga. So we are going to slowly get to the full version of Surya Namaskara A. So coming into Tadasana, thigh muscles are active, feet are grounding, Draw the lower abdomen in. And remember, as we move through the practice, lower abdomen draws inwards. As you're moving through any asana practice, you want to avoid flopping the belly out. Keep the lower abdomen below the navel drawn in. Tailbone reaches down, so the pelvis slightly tucks backwards. And this is going to help to release the lower back, shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the arms, spread your fingers, keep the palms open, and head centered and steady. As you inhale, reach your arms up, bring the palms together above the head. And as you exhale, folding forward, bend the knees, allow your chest to land on the thighs, and then release the hands to the floor. As you inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, plant the hands down and step your feet back. Coming into plank position, holding here for one breath. And then as you exhale, drop the knees, chest, chin to the floor, bend the elbows, keep the elbows in towards the body. And then on the inhalation, point the toes and halfway lift, peeling the upper body away from the floor. Here, let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Make sure your legs are fully active. So lengthen from the hips to the toes, so the thigh muscles are active and the knees are away from the floor. Press down through the tops of the feet. Draw the body away from the floor a little bit more. Shoulders away from the ears. And you should be feeling this in your lower back as strengthening through the lower back. Keep the lower abdomen in. And then exhale, release down. And as you inhale, coming up onto your hands and knees, keep the knees bent as you exhale into downward facing dog. Set your foundation, make sure the hands are still shoulder width apart, the feet are hip width apart. Bend the knees, lift the sit bones up. As you lift your sit bones up, this is going to be releasing into the lower back. Exactly what you want. You're staying with the Ujjayi breathing. And see if you can make micro movements on the breath. So as you inhale, maybe lengthen through the arms. Push the floor away a little bit more. As you exhale, lift the sit bones. See if you can soften and release into the lower back a little bit more. And then looking forward, as you exhale, bend the knees a little tiny bit more. And as you inhale, see if you can jump towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, folding into active legs, or you can bend the knees here. And then as you inhale, roll up through the spine. Bring the palms together above the head. And as you exhale, release. Hands down to the side. So that's your option if you just want to maintain a modified Surya Namaskara. Number 2, we're going to go for the full version of Surya Namaskara. So inhaling, reach your arms up, bring the palms together above the head. Exhale, fold forward, floating down on the breath. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, stepping or jumping back and bend the elbows, coming down into Chaturanga or body on the floor. Inhale, forward and up, lift the heart. Shoulders away from the ears, and as you exhale, pressing up and back. Either straight legs or you can still soften the knees. Hands are shoulder width apart as you push the floor away, lengthen through the arms and take the shoulders away from the ears. So the neck is completely free. Maybe do a yes and a no with the head until the head feels completely heavy and sinking down to the floor. Lift your gaze towards your navel as if you're looking through your body towards the navel. And then lift the sit bones up. Be conscious of what's happening in your spine. Very nice. And as you exhale, soften the knees, look forward. And as you inhale, step or jump towards the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, folding into active legs. And as you inhale, coming all the way up, palms together above the head. Exhale, release the hands down. And again, inhale, reach the arms up, palms together above the head. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, long arms, long spine. Exhale, stepping or jumping back, bend the elbows. Rolling forward and up, open the heart. And as you exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. So from here, let's invite a little bit of extra work as we lift the right leg up as high as it will go, engaging through and extending through both legs. Keep the sole of the right foot
open. So don't point your toes, broaden across the toe bases and really reach that foot high up into the air. Open the sole of your foot up towards the sky. Engage the thigh muscle of the left leg, engage the thigh muscle of the right leg. And then as you exhale, release down. And then use the inhalation to float that other leg up into the air. It doesn't matter which leg you do first. Whatever feels okay. Breathing consciously through your body and really enjoying the stretch. And then as you exhale, releasing down. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. As you exhale, soften the knees, look forward. And as you inhale, jump or step towards the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, folding into active legs. As you inhale, roll all the way up through the spine, palms together above the head. And as you exhale, release the hands down. So I think we've got time for one more Surya Namaskara, and this time we'll do Surya Namaskara B. So inhaling, Utkatasana, sit down as if you're in a chair, lift the arms up, palms are either shoulder width apart or together, and just stay here for a moment. This can be a killer for some of us, but you want to sink down low, shoulders away from the ears, keep the lower abdomen in. So again, don't flop the belly here, draw the lower abdomen in. And then as you exhale, release down, chest to the thighs, straighten the legs up, release the head towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, your knees can be bent if you need to. And exhale, stepping or jumping back into Chaturanga. As you inhale, upward facing dog or any variation. Exhale, downward facing dog. So this time we're going to step our right foot forward, plant the left foot flat on the floor, and an inhale, come all the way up. Bring your palms together above the head. And as you exhale, float the hands back down. Take the right foot back, bend the elbows, upward facing dog. Use the exhalation to come up into downward facing dog. And then this time, take your left foot forward, plant the right foot flat on the floor, coming all the way up, inhaling, warrior one. Exhale, float down. And stepping back, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hallelujah. So we've made it through the sun salutations that we've got time for today. Just enjoying this last downward facing dog before we come to standing, ready to start our day. And then as you exhale, soften the knees, look forward. Jump or step as you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding into active legs. And as you inhale, Utkatasana, sit down in the chair, hands are shoulder width apart or palms together. And exhale back into Tadasana. Okay, what we're going to do, just to finish, is we're going to get into a Manipura posture. So your feet are hip width apart, hands on the hips. This is your superhero posture. And in this posture, we're really powering ourselves up for the day, feeling ourselves as the supreme beings that we all are. So hold on to this posture with your hands on the hips, shoulders away from the ears, and just breathe deeply with Ujjayi 3 times. Charging up your energy in the area of Manipura chakra, the hara, this area where we get our courage from, our determination, inner strength, our inner power, our sense of leadership. All this is coming at this level of Manipura chakra, this level of consciousness. So we're tuning into our Manipura chakra to fire us up for the day. So we are totally invincible and fully in our power. Great, so that's all from me today. I hope this was a beautiful way to wake up for you. Have a lovely day. Namaste.